I deleted my theme song from here and replaced it with this. I was messing around with it earlier today, and I thought, I'm going to put a beep somewhere. Well, put it right here. So if you curse, can you tell me right before so I can go?
I'll go like this.
Let's practice.
So the other day I was...
The other day I was...
I don't know how well that's going to work.
We're going to have to use this theme song then for today. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the podcast. The one, the only, Officer Daniels. He's well known for his TikToks, his Instagram posts, his Facebooks, and everything else. Anything you'd like to add?
I think you covered it all great. I can't hear you in my ears now.
That's because you wanted me to turn you down.
Oh.
How's that?
But I could... Hello?
How's that?
That's good. That we're good.
We're going to do a quick weather check-in here before we start at 79 degrees here in the storage space with a 60% humidity. What's the problem?
You know, last time I was here, it was freezing cold.
It was.
And I was, my nose was running. Yeah, it's a little warm in here. No.
Did we not have the thermometer in here last time?
No, we did not.
Well, if you ever want a temperature update, just let me know.
All right.
And I'm not going to turn it towards you because I want to be able, I want you to have to say, what's the temperature?
I got you.
Or humidity. One time, me and Tina took the thing and put it between our legs, and the humidity rose. Not a lie.
I don't doubt it. I mean, it's moist down there.
You're
You
right.
don't like that word?
How do you know it's moist? Have you been down there?
I have not, but my crotch is moist.
What?
Aren't all crotches moist?
Oh?
Huh?
Ah?
Yeah, well.
I'm looking at it right now. It doesn't look moist. It looks extremely dry.
I mean, it's definitely not dry. Oh, is it?
Thanks for coming back.
Thanks for having me again.
He's in town for
Couple things.
a couple things. One of them being Tyler Booth's Opry debut.
Which was amazing.
It was unreal.
We had a great time.
I feel like I know how proud grandmas feel when I see him do stuff.
Exactly.
Because when he went on the stage, I didn't cry just because I'm on a lot of medication. Actually, just one medication. I like to cry at other things, but I didn't cry. But he did so well, and he tricked us because he kept saying, like, my throat hurts. I can't hit these notes. My throat hurts. And then he went up there and destroyed.
Yeah, he did great for being super sick.
Super
He had
sick.
cyanitis.
And everyone knows that cyanitis is an illness of your sinuses,
Correct.
right?
Or is it sinusitis or cyanitis? I don't remember.
So, people will tell us.
Yeah.
Anytime I don't know anything, I say tell. And then what will happen is I'll say something like, if you know what such and such is, tell me in the comments. And then people will tell me in the comments stuff. And I'm like, what's their problem? Why they keep telling me? And then I'm like, oh, I actually asked them.
You forgot.
I forgot. And I'm like, what's wrong with me?
You thought people were being rude
Yeah.
when they weren't.
I'm like, why are they providing information that I know already or something? Basically, it's just that I'm elderly and I forget that I asked for stuff.
Understandable.
Is there any kind of introduction that you'd like to give yourself, since the one I gave you was very
I think
face
you did
value?
amazing.
I think it just sounded cool because of that song.
Yeah, but it was great. I mean, you rock it every time. You're the perfect host.
Whoa.
You really are. I can come in here, feel comfortable, no script, don't know what we're going to talk about, and I know it's going to be great. Other times, with just like random people, I'm like, let's have a list of what we're going to talk about.
Did you do the viral podcast while you were here?
I have not done it yet. We're waiting until the new
studio,
is up and running, which got started yesterday. So
did you help?
I did help. I pulled down all the damn soundproofing things.
The
tiles.
Black like eggshell things.
Yeah.
I was down in my room sleeping and I heard a lot of ruckus, which didn't bother me, but then I heard everyone singing and I got so jealous that I had to go upstairs because they sounded like they were having the best time.
Yeah, we were singing some great songs.
You were.
Chelsea broke out Titanic.
Is that what it was?
Well, she started doing or whatever she does. Yeah. And then we are listening to 90s country.
That's y'all's favorite.
Yeah.
Y'all love it. Y'all know it better than I do because when we were backstage at the Tyler Booth program, y'all said, we just met Neil McCoy.
You're like, who?
And I said, who? And then I saw Neil McCoy, and I realized that I knew who he was.
Just from seeing him?
Just seeing his face, I was like, I know him. Didn't really know any of his music, but now I'm obsessed with him.
The Shake. Do-do-do-do.
Do-do-do. I'm obsessed with him because he was walking down the hall and turned around and went, hey, girls, to me and Chelsea for no reason.
He, like, commands the room, does he not? Like, in a good way.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like.
But the way he just turned around and said, hey, girls, he ignored the fact that I look like I'm the same age as him. It was kind of like a dad thing to do. Hey, girls.
Yeah.
Felt very dad-like to me, and I loved that he didn't judge me for my age.
He seemed like a very nice guy.
Very nice guy. And the most starched pants and shirt you'd ever see on a person.
That's that, like, southern, like, cowboy.
Starched. I touched it, and it was starched.
That's that look that they like. Like George Strait does that too, doesn't he?
Does he?
I'm pretty sure.
Do you think he starches his own stuff, or he takes it to a dry cleaner?
Neil McCoy or George?
Let's start with Neil McCoy.
I'm going to say 50-50.
Think he has his old lady do it?
I bet you he does it.
Neil, bring in your pants. I need to starch them.
He's probably got the money to do it, but he probably likes it like a certain way. Or,
right.
You know.
And the way that his pants looked, you could tell the strip down the middle was kind of worn away, which means that wasn't the first time he's worn those starch pants. He's worn those quite frequently.
Over and over.
Over and over again. And that's what I like about him. You could tell he's a humble guy because he's worn those starched pants.
Right.
Probably anywhere from 50 to 1,000 times.
Maybe.
I'm thinking. That worn outline isn't something that you get from twice.
But I'm about to sneeze, so hold on.
I beeped it right when you did it. Did you hear it?
No, I did. I think you lose your hearing when you sneeze, don't you?
What?
Like you can't hear like while you're as you're sneezing.
I did not know that. Wow. Didn't know that. That's something new.
Next time you sneeze, see if you hear anything.
Well, I hear me going, ew.
Oh, maybe that's just so loud in your head.
Well, probably because your sneezes are louder than any sneeze that has ever been created.
Yeah, I'm a loud sneezer.
And we say to him, stop.
They think I do it like I'm doing it on purpose to scare them.
Because he loves scaring people. In fact, the other night when I got home about 3 a.m. and you were upstairs sleeping and I kept hearing stuff and I'm like, that's fucking Daniel's coming down here to scare the shit out of me. But it wasn't.
I would never target you while you're sleeping.
Or ever. How about that?
Okay, yeah. Well, we agreed on that. And I've been good, right?
Yes, but that doesn't... I think you're just waiting for my defenses to go down.
No.
Promise?
I swear.
That's what he's thinking inside. I feel like your microphone has, I don't know what it's called, but I'm going to call it a gate, where it's cutting off a little bit of what you're saying in the beginning. And I don't know how to fix that.
Like I'm muted till I start talking?
You're like kind of muted sometimes.
That's weird. Is it because I'm not talking loud enough? Oh, there goes a troll.
I want to show you the newest thing that I've got for my storage space here.
Is that from Wizard of Oz?
No, this is from Denver.
No, but isn't that how No, there's no flower in the Wizard of Oz one, is there?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
Oh, no. You know what I'm thinking of? When the poppy field, it was showing a flower in the thing when she's making the poppies.
Oh.
I think that's what it reminds me of.
Well, this is from Denver, right? Mm-hmm. And there are street vendors that sell these, every color you could think of. And I became obsessed with them. And I told Harold, get me one of those, brother. Because not only will I love it, Crystal will love it even more.
Oh, yeah. That is a big Crystal item.
Crystal loves this. And we got one, and I was never so happy. And then I realized that it is glass. And I was like, how am I going to get this home? I can't take it on the plane. And he sent it, and it came in one piece.
Oh, nice.
But that's a real rose in there.
How long is it supposed to last?
He said 6 months.
Wow.
Now, I just put it in here today so that water's not as clear as it could be. It's got sort of shaken up.
I couldn't tell if it was the lighting, like reflecting in the water, or if it was actually kind of
It's
green.
just...
Or even your shirt. I think I'm seeing your shirt reflection in it.
It's just so... I mean, it's a rose in a ball.
I don't... That's cool.
Just wanted to share that.
Well, that's nifty. How much was that?
It was either $10 or $20.
Wow.
I would have paid $50 for it. Look at it. Somebody took the time out to put a rose into a globe.
Hey, you couldn't do carry-on with it because it's liquid.
Yes, exactly. And I would say to them, do you see this thing? You think I'm trying to do something malicious with a beautiful rose?
Right. I'd be like, that's exactly what we think. It's a disguise.
Would you say that the other day when you went through TSA and missed your flight because you were late, if you would have had that, they would have let you through?
No, they would not have. That really would have delayed my departure.
Departure, if you will.
I made it, though, by the skin of my teeth.
To your second flight.
I mean, here to Nashville.
Oh, yes, yes. You didn't make it to the first one.
No, by a minute.
And they're hardcore. They don't, once they close that door, it's like it's done.
Correct.
They don't know how to open it back up.
I guess some laws or some shit.
Well, it's good because when I'm on a plane, I have intrusive thoughts about opening the door. So I'm glad those doors aren't easy to get back open.
True.
You ever had an intrusive thought about opening a plane door while it's in motion?
I think about, like, if somebody else was going to do it, like, what I would do. Like,
what would you do?
Like a game plan. You know, you always got to be ready. So you, like, go through these scenarios of, okay, if somebody did this, what would I do? And I would literally choke them out if they started trying to open the door.
Even if it was me?
Well, if it's somebody I know, it would be different. But if it's just somebody...
No, if you see me getting up to open the door, you choke me out.
But I know how to communicate with you.
Well, that's the thing with intrusive thoughts. You're not actually going to do any of the things you think of. Your brain just thinks you are.
Right.
But I would, if I was sitting next to you, I'd say, hey, if you see me getting up and heading for that door, don't let me.
Yeah.
Even though I know that I wouldn't. And me saying that is a way for me to relieve the anxiety of it, which is apparently not a good thing to do.
Why not?
You're supposed to just have the thought and be like, oh, that thought is ridiculous, and then move on. Don't try to stop the thought. Don't, it's an OCD thing. It's basically, it's equivalent to somebody washing their hands over and over again.
Yeah.
So me telling you is a way for me to relieve it. So I would just have to sit there and be like, you know, you're not going to open that door. But then my other part of my brain goes, yeah, you are. You love opening plane doors. Or me, when I sit down and I see them closing the door, I go like this. Because I don't want to know how they open or close it.
Gotcha.
The less you know,
the less inclined you would be to try and quickly go over and open it.
I'd be like, hey, look over there. And then I'm over there going, however they do it. Because aren't they turning something?
Could you imagine being in a submarine with you?
I've been in a submarine, and it was horrifying.
Oh, I can't.
It was horrifying at first. It was fun after, but...
Did you ever have intrusive thoughts about opening the...
I had intrusive thoughts about it filling up with water and all of us dying.
That's what I'm freaked out about. That would be a horrible way to die.
But if... I don't think that was an intrusive thought. I think that was more of just me being scared.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's a possibility. Because let's be honest.
Everybody thinks that.
You go in a submarine, and there's 50 to 60 people in there. They're going to be fighting their way to that hole.
Oh, yeah.
And let's be honest, I'm not winning any fights. The good thing is because of my lipedema, I'm pretty good at floating. So I'd float up to the top probably before anyone and stay.
You'd have to get out.
And
you'd have to, yeah.
And I cannot hold my breath very long. So
me neither. And I'm afraid of water.
Really?
Like I can go to the beach and stuff, but.
Are you going on the cruise?
Reluctantly, I am. Yeah. Wish you guys would have some big powwow on the land, but here we are.
Well,
I think I'm going to host like bingo night or something one night or something.
Really?
Or is that a secret?
No, bingo is, Crystal's going to be at bingo too, so.
I really don't know the plan. I just know I'm sharing a room with you.
Ho, ho, ho! Lots of. Lots of. It's not actually going to cover it up. That's the best part.
But it covers it in my ear when you do it.
Lots of.
Yeah, I can't hear it.
Well, I didn't say it that time.
Oh.
I went.
Huh.
This is a clean podcast.
Hey, what's the temperature?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got 81 degrees here. 59% humidity. That says it's high. That's high humidity. Let me get my glasses on. The low of humidity today was 30%. The high was 73, folks. Looks like we're headed going up because my hot breath is on it.
Yeah, I felt like it got a little warmer since we started.
Well, that door. Do you want to open that door back up?
I'm okay. This is your podcast. If it was my podcast, I'd keep it closed.
Just because it's my podcast doesn't mean you're not allowed to be comfortable.
But I'm okay. It's just warm. I'm not like dying. Or like, oh my God, let's get out of here.
That's good.
I mean, I have that thought for other reasons, but
What are those reasons?
I'm hungry.
You're what?
Hungry.
Horny.
Hungry.
If you say horny again, I have to go.
Hungry.
After this, we're going to go eat at
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
My
And
favorite.
We love Roadhouse because it has buns, meat, and sides.
And cinnamon butter.
Oh. I think it's cinnamon margarine. I'm going to be honest.
Oh, is it?
I think.
Cinnamon honey margarine.
Oh, it's so good, though. It's the only margarine I'll eat.
That's amazing.
I mean, I just love taking oil, hydrogenating it, and then putting cinnamon and honey in it.
Oh, I've never done that.
Yeah, that's what margarine is. It's when you pump a bunch of hydrogen into oil.
Huh. And you like to do that at home?
That was a joke. I hate margarine. Throw it all away.
Oh, yeah.
People are like, margarine's good. And I'm like, what planet do you live on? The one with no taste buds?
Right.
I hear someone talking.
Hello?
Hello?
You're ruining our podcast.
No one else will hear it, and they'll say, we didn't hear anything, and then they'll get annoyed that we keep saying it over and over. Got a new mic stand. Officer Dan was the first one to use it, and man, I'm getting one too. Spring loaded, and it'll get your fingers if you're not careful.
My pinky got pinched earlier trying to adjust it. You just got to keep your fingers out of the way.
Better than pinching your...
It almost got that too.
You have a...
Oh, I thought you said dick. Oh, here.
Where do you see looking like...
I didn't read your lips. I just assumed what you were saying. I was doing this.
Man, this beep feature, I'm so glad I added it. It is incredible.
You lost your theme song. But
I'm going to add my theme song to this one. Nope, this one. This one. And if I push a button, I'll have another bank, so I can actually have 16 sounds.
Gotcha.
But I hook up my computer and I broke the wrong cord, and that's my fault because typically I was going to say I'm prepared, but I'm not.
I just want to throw out, grab it by these.
Okay, so that will keep you from...
Because what I did, I grabbed it like this, and then I pushed it down on my pinky.
Well, don't try to do it again.
Okay.
I don't want you to get hurt.
Hey.
Huh.
Since you didn't see it on my story, you want to hear what happened to me last night?
Duh.
So, I love the joke Garth Brooks instead of Garth Brooks. And so typically on Facebook, I make Garth Brooks jokes all the time.
Okay.
If I'm in a cowboy hat in a picture or just whatever, just making fun of myself. Call me Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks. That's funny.
So our friend Jessica Muya and her husband Craig, we went out to dinner last night. Well, apparently Craig likes that joke too, and he brought me a shirt that says Garth Brooks. Garth Brooks with a little cowboy hat on the G. I'm like, hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. So I was excited to wear it. So I got back from dinner, and my buddy Mark, good old Mark Wills.
Right.
He says, hey, come meet us.
Big Mark Wills fan.
Big Mark Wills fan. My idol growing up. Him and Tim McGraw, my two. And now I'm buddies with Mark. That's crazy.
That's wild, dude.
It is wild. So he's like, hey, meet us over at this restaurant, Scoreboard. Have you ever been to Scoreboard?
Nope.
It's a bar across from the Opry. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to wear my Garth Brooks shirt over there because I know he'll appreciate it. He'll think it's funny. And we're at this bar where they have live bands and stuff. So country music people all over there. Mm-hmm. Like, it'll be a big hit. So I walk over there, or I get out of the car and I walk over. The first people to see it say something to me, this chick and this dude. She's like, ha, nice shirt. Ha, look at his shirt. And the guy's like, well, how big is it? Like this big? I'm like, you got to pay to see. Got to pay to find out. And I go to walk in, and then Mark turns around and sees who's talking to me. He goes, oh, my God, Allie, what's up? Haven't seen you. And they hug. I'm like, oh, because I know he frequents Scoreboard.
Right.
So I'm like, oh, it's a waitress or something. Well, Mark's friend goes, that's Garth Brooks' daughter.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding. It was Garth Brooks' daughter. And I was mortified.
Did she like it, though?
Oh, so I went up to her, and I'm like, are you who I think you are? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, my God, I am so embarrassed. She's like, don't be. I see it all the time. It's great. We think it's funny, you know. I'm like, it's still embarrassing. The first people to see me out in public. What are the chances?
What are the chances of that happening?
The only other thing that would be even less common or less of a chance would be Garth Brooks himself.
What if... Wow, I'm just glad she liked it, because what if she would have been like, ew, that's disgusting. Like, that's my dad. Like, what? That's gross.
No, she was cool, but I was embarrassed because I'm like, God, of all places, how is that possible? How did that happen?
And how is Garth Brooks' daughter just hanging out at Scoreboard?
She's a musician as well.
She is?
Allison Colleen, I think. Allison Colleen Music, I think, is her Instagram. And
what does she think about this?
Ooh, I don't know. I almost brought that up, actually, because I could tell once we started talking, she kind of realized that she might know me from somewhere. So she's like, "What's your name?" And I'm like, "Well, I go by Officer Daniels online." And she's like thinking, and she goes, "What's your name?" I'm like, "It's Justin." She goes, "Ah." And then Chelsea saw my story, and she's like, "Oh my God, tell her hi." Chelsea's a follower of hers.
Okay.
And so I said, "Hey, Chelsea." She goes, and then I'm like, she wanted me to tell you hi. And she's like, "Oh my God, she comments on all my stuff. It makes me feel so good about myself." And
Aww.
yeah, so it was pretty cool. I wish Chelsea was with me, but we were only there for like 2 minutes because Scoreboard wasn't serving food and we came for food. So we went to Waffle House instead. And nobody said anything about my shirt at Waffle House.
Yeah, because they're too busy trying to get that food out.
They're too busy trying to break up physical altercations. Waffle House is like a magnet for.
Well, I mean, it's just that time of night. People get done at the bar.
It was 11.
Two things. You're friends with your childhood idol.
That is weird, is it not?
And I'm friends with one of my childhood idols, John from New Kids on the Block.
Yeah, you are.
Weird how it is. And without social media, that wouldn't be a thing.
Correct. Social media is a powerful thing.
It's a powerhouse, Barbara.
It could be good and it could be bad.
It could be good. It could be bad. I like to use it for good.
Me too.
Sure.
Too.
I've got your whole internet chat history here pulled up. Let me go ahead and see. Says here you were searching. And I can still see your incognito internet browser. Do you ever use the incognito?
I don't really. I notice that a lot of people just stay in it.
Really?
To my knowledge.
Who's it at incognito from?
I guess incognito means it just doesn't save your history, so.
But if a law enforcement officer was ever to get a warrant for my phone, they'd still be able to somehow know.
Correct.
It's just so your wife doesn't see your stuff.
Correct. It's just so it doesn't.
Y'all out here in my DMs and the incognito thing,
vanishing mode on Instagram. I'm sorry for bringing that up.
I'm just kidding. No one ever messages me anything
You're a liar.
sexual.
You're a liar.
A couple guys will.
How does that make you feel when people do that?
I'm just like, do they see me?
See, I'm always wondering, like they get to see, like, our lives pretty much. Mm-hmm. And they just think we're just going to drop our shit and just go.
I would.
Date? You would? I mean, like the average person, right? Just like, hey, you're really hot. We should hang out sometime. Do you really think we're going to respond to those messages?
Oh, I do.
Do you really?
Yeah. Why not?
I guess just.
I'll just usually like a giggle.
I don't respond to those.
I mean, they're shooting their shot.
I know they are. And I'm not saying like we're big time, like, that's not what I'm saying. It's just, it's not tender. Like, I'm not posting on Instagram to try and get a date.
Right.
So.
Do you have a lot of women hit you up?
Yeah, and men, both.
No one's caught your eye ever?
I wouldn't say that. I would just say it just doesn't make any sense. Like, you're in fucking North Carolina. Like, what do you want me to just stop everything I'm doing and move to North Carolina and see if it works out?
I like when people say, next time you're in such and such city, hit me up. It's like, I can't remember what I'm doing. How am I going to remember to hit you up when I go to New York?
Exactly.
I mean, I guess I could make a bulletin board where I can, when you're in New York, hit up Joe Blow.
I always just rebuttal with, next time you see me here or you see I'm coming, you hit me up.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Because I will not remember that you're out here. But I would love to hang out with you.
I thought you just said you're not going to drop everything to hang out with people.
I'm not. I'm talking about just like.
I'm talking about strangers.
I'm talking about strange, like, so let's say, for example, for me, a cop in New York who maybe asked me to share something or whatever. I look at their Instagram and common goal, they're trying to do the same thing that I have been doing on my social media.
Which is?
And Is that a hairball? What is that? A hairnet?
A wig was on it. Came in a wig.
Gotcha.
Either that or it's a tarantula.
Kind of looks like the bathtub after I shave.
Like Harambe?
Like somebody murdered Harambe.
Do you shave or
I trim?
Where do you, just your ball area or other parts of your body?
So my skin's actually pretty sensitive. So even like just trimming the bush will get me itchy.
Oh.
So it's few and far between. So now everybody knows I usually have a bush, but and my sack's sensitive.
Sack.
I tried one time this
sack.
I forget the name brand, but it's like the no shave cream that you put on.
Nair?
It's like Nair, but it's not. It's for men and it's for intimate areas. And it said, don't leave on your balls for more than 5 minutes, right? I'm like, oh, definitely not. So I follow the instructions to a T. My sack got scorched and it hurt. Whoa. And I had a horrible rash on my sack for over a week. And then like, just like the scaly, like weirdness lasted months. So never again.
You will never scorch your sack again.
No, it hurts so bad.
Wow. Thanks for bringing awareness to scorched sacks.
Yeah, I think more people should be aware about it. You got to be careful with those chemicals.
I mean, what's wrong with the little hair on your ball, you know?
Nothing.
Wouldn't be the first time I got a hair in my mouth from a ball.
Correct.
You know? What's the big deal?
It's the way God intended it.
You mean you're going to have somebody that's going to get discharge in their mouth, but then they're going to be upset about a pube? I was going to say excrement, but that wasn't the word. The fluid. You're going to get fluid on your mouth, but you're going to get upset about a hair?
Yeah.
Like, get it together.
Does make sense.
How
long have we been running?
35 minutes.
What's the temperature?
81.
So it rose 2 degrees and hasn't moved, right? We're probably sitting about where we're going to be for the rest of the podcast, huh?
Mm-hmm. I would think. These lights make it kind of warmer. That's, you know.
Do they put off
I don't
heat?
think so.
I didn't. I was like.
The old light bulbs did.
Oh, yeah.
You know, in the olden days, I saw a TikTok about that.
The Thomas Edison bulbs.
Thomas Edison is a big light bulb guy. He loved light bulbs more than anyone.
Probably the biggest light bulb guy.
I mean,
ever.
Well, Gary also, because Gary said he invented the light bulb, so he is.
Yeah, we're still trying to figure that out because now we don't know who actually made the light bulb.
Really? Who's we?
All of us.
Oh, because you don't know if Gary did it or Thomas?
Correct.
Well, I'm just going to go ahead and say Gary probably is not the one that did it.
You don't think so?
No.
Well, why would he say that?
I believe about 50% of his lies. And he likes to take a lot of credit for a lot of inventions. And I just don't think he could have invented as many things as he said he did.
Can you imagine this being the first podcast somebody's ever watched? Doesn't know anything about Gary.
No context?
Yeah, no context whatsoever. They're like, who the hell's Gary?
Well, Gary's a dog, and he is a pathological liar, but also he is a vampire that has been reincarnated many times.
I have not heard that one yet.
Yeah, that's why he's lived so many lives. He was a shoemaker in, I think, the 1600s, and a man came in to get his shoes fixed, and that's when Gary turned into a vampire.
That would explain why his name is Gary Schumacher. No.
Gary's had many lives, though. He hasn't always been Gary.
Oh.
He's been Abe Lincoln. He's been many, many people.
Now I understand why you don't believe him.
Yeah. He said he was Elvis.
No. I'm going to go kick that dog next time I see him.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, that's pissing me off. I would never do that to Gary.
I mean, you couldn't.
No. Too cute. But
everybody always says, like, oh, Gary's so cute, I want to throw him. No. I don't get violent feelings when I see Gary's cuteness. I just want to go, get you.
What about babies when they're super cute? Do you just want to squeeze their faces, or do you want to throw them against the wall?
I don't. Sometimes babies look really cute. Other times I'm just like, eh.
A lot of times, babies.
Sometimes they're babies. Yeah. I mean, God, when I look at my baby pictures, I was terrifying looking.
Let's just get that out there. Like, we can all agree that babies are not cute most of the time.
But I bet if you saw your own baby and it looked ugh, you'd be like, Pep's the most beautiful baby I've seen.
I don't know.
You just have it's kind of like Morgan Wallen's whiskey glasses. When you have your own baby, something happens to you, apparently. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I guess you love it for other reasons. And so you see past the physical appearance. It's kind of like getting a puppy that's like a mutt or something.
They're so ugly, they're cute.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
And all that stuff's relative anyway.
It all is relative. And it all will not matter the day we die.
Oh, absolutely not. Well, maybe the day you die, because when you're in your casket, you want to look nice. You want to look beautiful. You want to look your best. But after that, no, it doesn't matter.
No, I'll be gone already, so I don't care.
That's true. That's true. Well, you don't know that. You could be floating above your casket going, ooh. What's everybody saying about me? Ooh.
See, I've always thought we should have a pre-funeral for people that we know are going to die, so they can
see the outpouring.
Yeah, and they can get
That's
to hear what
actually a
people
good
have
idea.
to say. I think in Mexico, don't they do like funerals for a week though? Don't they?
Well, that's just excessive.
I feel like they do, but they celebrate somebody for more than a day because they feel like it should be.
They deserve it.
Yeah,
I think a pre-funeral would be good.
I would love a pre-eulogy.
Yeah, but then if you were there, people would really be laying it on.
True. But it would be like any other type of honorary ceremony that you're alive for.
That's true.
What is it called when the celebrities celebrate what is that called? They do it like country artists have it where they let's just move on.
You said eulogy. That's kind of, you're talking about a roast?
No. I'm saying when they're alive and they want to commemorate everything that this person has done and they're living, and they have all these other famous country artists come and sing their songs in front of them.
Oh, a dedication?
Yeah, I forget what it's called, but
you're doing something. You're going to a festival tomorrow? What are you doing?
CMA Fest, baby. 50th year.
What is that? What do you do?
So all around Broadway downtown, there's these stages set up, and I think it's sponsored by Chevrolet. So it's all these different Chevrolet name stages, and literally just I think each artist gets like 15 minutes on the stage, and then there's like a 15-minute break, and then a new artist. And it's all these stages, and they're all free, and you just have this map. They have an app, or you can just get like a physical map down there, I guess, and see the stage and the lineup for the day.
Do they have the Chevy Cobalt stage?
I haven't. Oh, I don't have service here. I can't look.
What about a Chevy Malibu stage?
I can't remember any of the names, but I feel like maybe at some point they definitely did, if they were sponsoring it back when those were like new cars.
Those were the two Chevys I had, a Malibu, 1981 Chevrolet Malibu.
I think everybody had a Malibu.
And I had to run my fan constantly because it would overheat, and that would draw the heat out in these older cars. Or run the heat, rather, I'm sorry.
So it wasn't new when you bought it?
Oh, no, I had it in the 90s.
Gotcha. I thought you had to do it when you bought it brand new.
No, this was a car that I acquired when I was about 18 or 19. It was my first car, actually.
What year was it made?
81.
Whoa.
And this was like 90.
I didn't even know Malibus went back that far.
Oh, my Lord. It was like a square-looking four-door hunk of junk.
I got to sit back. Ever since sleeping on Paige's couch.
Oh, no, that chair's awful. It's that chair.
No, it's not. Because I had to go to the chiropractor yesterday. I had to try and get a massage. I went and got a new TENS unit from CVS today. I've been doing that all day. Oh. So my muscles are just very...
Is it on right now?
I don't have it on right now, no. I thought I got that same one that I let you guys borrow that one time.
And I used that thing until it couldn't be used anymore.
Oh, so I did leave it here. I couldn't remember if I left it here for you guys or not.
Oh, there's a wasp in here. Be careful. Look out.
Watch me get stung on camera. That'd be my luck.
Are you allergic?
No, but it still fucking hurts. Oh, is that open right there?
I don't think so.
Huh.
Who knows?
You want me to?
Yeah, some people had sent in some questions. I asked them on Instagram. I had to send them to Daniel's.
Oh, Greg tried to call me.
34
minutes ago. I don't know.
Mr. I don't have any service.
I don't, which is weird. I'll have to. He probably butt dialed me. Probably. Yeah, let's get some questions.
I'm going to let him pick them. Usually, I would pick them.
I know we'll get this out of the way. So there's a few questions. How are you coping since the loss of your mom? Been there with both of my parents. I feel your pain. So I know we discussed that a little bit. That was pretty fresh. Mm-hmm. And so it's been over 6 months now.
Oh, my God. Time flies.
It does fly. It's crazy. And I did great. So she passed away November 15th. We immediately had to have Thanksgiving, right? Then Christmas, and then her birthday was a few days after Christmas, and then New Year's, which doesn't really matter, I guess, but some pretty big holidays or birthdays within like a month and a half of her passing. And I felt like I did pretty well with those. And so I thought it was going to be good. And then Mother's Day was coming up. And I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to just not do anything for the month of May. So I'm with my family because that was a pretty special moment, you know. Mother's Day and your mom's not here. So it was the first time without my mom around. So I didn't know how I was going to feel. And subconsciously, I really struggled, and I didn't realize it, but like 2 weeks leading up to Mother's Day, I started having hypnic jerks. Do you have hypnic jerks?
You had asked me about this, and I have had some. In fact, I started to look it up because when I do it, I scream.
Oh, yeah. I've done that before.
Because it hurts.
Uh-huh.
Okay, go ahead.
So, randomly I was trying to like fall asleep, and I would get my hypnic jerks. And that's how I knew like my body was stressing. And I'm like, what am I stressing over? And then the more I realized some of the anxiety issues I was having, that it was probably my subconscious realizing Mother's Day was coming up. So Mother's Day was extremely hard, like even worse than I thought it was going to be. I sat for most of the morning just trying to fight off panic attacks. We had to go to a family lunch, brunch, whatever. What is between lunch and dinner?
Brunch.
I thought that was breakfast, lunch. What's between lunch and dinner? Snack?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
Other meal?
Late lunch. We went to a late lunch. Mm-hmm. And I just felt like I was in another dimension, almost like like distant. You ever get that feeling?
Depersonalization.
Yes. It was very weird.
Which then makes me panic even more.
Yes.
Because I'm like, I'm outside of my body. Yes. Ah!
And I've never done this to anybody before, and I felt so bad. And I ended up having to apologize a few days later, but we're getting our order, and one of my sisters is sitting next to me, and my uncle's sitting across from me. And they're like, so when's your next trip? Just the normal conversation. And I'm like, I don't know where I said, I don't feel like conversating. I'm going to the bathroom. I've never said that to anybody. And I was just,
oh, that's sad.
I really struggled, and I just wanted to go home. I didn't want to be there. And so a few days later, I texted both of them. I said, sorry, I just was really struggling that day. So
I'm sure they understood.
Oh, yeah. But it was like right after Mother's Day passed, I felt good again, So it was just, the first was hard.
I mean, they always say that grief is not a straight line.
Oh,
so it's interesting that your grief is also coupled with panic attacks. Because any grief that I've had over family members dying, I think at first there's a lot of panic because you can't believe it.
Oh, yeah.
But mostly it was just like just such a deep emptiness and sadness that you just feel like you're going to suffocate.
Yeah.
That's horrifying.
Are panic attacks and anxiety attacks different? And what?
I think they are. I think panic attack is considered more serious.
So I would say I felt the urge of an anxiety attack over and over and over. And I kept trying to do stuff I was just trying to be busy, but then also I felt distant. And so it was just hard.
And it's exhausting too.
Oh, yeah. Very exhausting.
It's exhausting. I had this conversation with Harry earlier because something was going on and I was feeling immediately panicked, anxiety. And it just wipes you out because your body thinks you're running from a lion.
Yep.
But I wasn't. I was sitting there. It's exhausting. I almost was like, let's not do this today just because I get so tired. But here we are. And
I didn't know. You could have told me.
That's not a good excuse just because I feel tired because my body thinks I'm running from a lion.
Well,
my body thinks I should be running from a lion is what I should say.
Gotcha.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that you felt sadness on Mother's Day.
Well, it was obvious that you were going to have, some issues on that day, but I just didn't realize how hard it was going to be.
Yeah. How did your dad do?
He seemed fine until we were all standing out in front of the restaurant, and two of my sisters rode together, and as they were walking up, he just lost it.
Aww.
Just because they both look like my mom a lot, and so.
I got to meet his dad finally.
Oh, yeah.
Last time I was out there, and he's a cool guy. Cool dude.
What a cool dude with a cool mustache.
What a cool guy.
So let's see. Do I eat ass? Should I answer that one, Libbie?
You can. In fact, my sister, we talked about this last time. My sister, I don't know if you know this, refuses to eat ass. And she says it's the most disgusting thing ever. And I said, even for $1 million. And she said, nope.
Wow.
But yeah, I've eaten ass and I've had my eaten.
So I'm not opposed to it, but if that's the plan, it's got to be planned. It's not just, you know what I'm saying? Go shower, bitch.
Right.
Yeah.
And what about getting your...
Love it. Next question.
Was that sarcasm or...
No, that was real. Do you have a 6-year-old man for me, retired cop, Slim Pickens out here? Well, my dad's single. He's not a cop, but...
Slim Pickens. That's why I'm so hot. I have this heating... I'm like, why is my body so incredibly hot?
I was wondering why you were throwing that up. What's the carnivore right? We'll skip that one. Man, a lot of sexual...
People are extremely sexual.
Yeah, they want to know the dirty stuff. When did you last nut? It was a few hours ago.
So you nutted at Chelsea's house?
Yes.
In Chelsea's bed? Or on the couch?
There's no couch over there yet. I won't divulge where.
The shower?
No.
That's bed.
Chelsea's bed, yeah.
Roger's bed?
Chelsea's. Who's Roger?
Roger is Greg's dad, and the spare bedroom with the food in it is called Roger's room.
Oh, so yes, it was. Yeah. I just saw one. Oh, I wanted to do this one. How do you live happily with a micro penis? See, we don't know if this guy's like, gotcha, bitch, or if he's the one with the micro penis and really asking a legit question. So, should I answer it both ways?
Answer it as if they're trying to roast you and saying you have a micro penis first.
I would say that I've never gotten a complaint for my size. So wherever you got your information from, sir, is not accurate.
And now answer it like this person has a micro penis and they're asking you how to deal with it.
There's a type for everybody, and I know that there's people who are into micro penises. So just got to find the right app. So I would say.
I heard once a long time ago, it's not the meat, it's the motion.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how that works. Like
I'm not going to shame anybody for the size of their ding dong.
If it was that big, could you get off if they were just...
Well, with me personally, I can't get off from, it has to be... So it doesn't matter how large or small you are. Putting it in the is not going to make me...
Wait, you get off from anal?
No, from oral.
Oh, I thought you said...
But good too. But I don't get off from it.
Gotcha. Have you ever hooked up with Maggie or Beth? Tell the truth. I have not.
Tell the truth.
Tell the truth. Oh, man. Are you opposed to a finger in your butt? No, I'm not.
Wow. These people want to know all about your sexual life.
Tinder meetup in Austin. I didn't have a Tinder meetup. What are they talking about?
Huh?
How did his Tinder meetup go in Austin? What?
You in Austin?
Yeah, I was in Austin.
Did you make a joke about it?
Oh, I know what they're talking about. I think they're referring back to Emily. I would imagine from the other podcast.
Oh yeah, when me and that wasn't a Tinder thing. That's just your friend, right?
Right.
Did we jokingly say it was a Tinder thing? Maybe.
I think so. I think that's what happened. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, because you'd known her. I'm like, Emily.
Oh my! I'm gonna read this. I'm not gonna answer it because this is weird. How have your poops been lately? Mine's have been literally atomic bombs. I don't know why our shit schedule would.
People love to hear about people's poops.
No. I was embarrassed to buy toilet paper at the grocery store for a long time.
Really?
Yeah. Not a big bathroom talk guy.
Right.
I'm doing pretty good today. You guys got me out of my shell on that a little bit. How many sexual partners have you had? Also, did they love it? Don't know if they loved it.
Did they love it?
I want to say only 9 or 10, something like that. It's been so long since I've went back and counted. I have no idea. I'd have to sit here for a long time. And after COVID, I can't remember anything.
I don't know my number.
Oh, shit. Almost pulled this out of my ear. I don't really need this, do I?
No, because I won't be playing any more sounds. You're Gucci. I'll just bring it over here.
Subway sandwich order. My go-to when I would eat at Subway. What's happening?
I'm just trying to pull it over here.
Oh. Go-to Subway sandwich order would be the meatball sandwich. But I'm not a big Subway guy.
Thought you were going to say cold cut combo.
No, I would rather go to Quiznos. Did you love Quiznos?
I loved Quiznos. I currently love Jersey Mike's.
Oh,
and
yes.
there's another one, too.
Firehouse.
Firehouse is good, but there's one more. I can't think of it. Man, Firehouse, they're...
The barbecue or whatever it is bomb.
I think it's called the Ladder, the one I get.
Oh, I get the brisket with the cheese.
God, I'm so hungry.
Me too.
Let's go eat.
Where were we? Weren't we supposed to go somewhere to eat last time we did this? And where were we going? And we kept saying, let's go eat. That between here, dinner, and then that was after. But where did we go eat?
I don't remember. Was it Mexican?
It might have been.
At Exit 40?
Probably just down the...
Just down the way.
Sorry. I didn't know if we wanted to give away our location.
Oh.
Did we?
Let them try to... I've told them exactly where this place is. Okay. Let them try to get in here. With that code, they'll never break that code.
Oh, no. I'm surprised you remember it. Like anybody, do. I'm like, what?
I was just going to say what it is, but then people would be able to find it.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Well, let's wrap up then, because I am hungry.
I'm starving.
I could eat a couple buns, and I ain't talking about
We should vlog this.
Vlog what?
Our trip to Texas Roadhouse.
Okay.
Do some little fun stuff in the car.
Like a mini vlog?
Yeah, and then us going into Texas Roadhouse.
That's a great idea.
What we ate.
Are we both going to vlog?
No, I'll just let you have it because this is your podcast and those people go and watch that.
Yeah, but why don't you do it too?
Because I've tried to do vlog stuff and my demographic just shits on everything that isn't law enforcement related. I know.
Branch out, guys.
Yeah. Let me do some content creation that doesn't have to do with law enforcement, please.
Yeah.
Just like my shit. No matter what I'm posting, I'm trying to do good stuff.
I'm trying to do good. What do you think about this mouse pad?
No. But I don't like anime whatsoever.
But the are, soft.
It's a clever idea, but...
it is cool. Look at it. My hand just sits right in there.
In between the tits. Is that super old? Is that why it's cracked on the back?
It's the...
Oh, it's just brand new.
Yep, somebody got it for me off Amazon.
Do you like anime?
No.
Oh.
It's just it's ridiculous.
Gotcha.
I think his name is Matt Bosler.
That's a girl?
No, the guy who bought this.
Oh. Thanks, Matt. It's a great gesture. Anime, I'm not knocking anybody who does like it. I'm just...
Yeah, he is.
I never got
the not concept. A big anime guy is what he's saying.
But Chelsea would kill if she did a Tammy one and did something like that.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great idea. I'm going to charge 20% royalty for that idea.
That actually is a really good idea. Just her going...
So I'm heading up to Tailgates and Tall Boys next week.
Really?
Yes.
Who's the headliner?
For that one,
That'd be Morgan Walter.
no. Kane Brown, Jelly.
Oh, Jelly.
Who else is up there? I can't remember everybody, but a lot of big names for that festival. But Tim McGraw's at the one that I can't go to.
Oh.
And I'm sad.
Yeah, I wanted to go to that too, but I'm babysitting Millie instead because it's Millie. Well, thanks for coming in again.
Thanks for having me.
Not trying to cut you short, but if I don't get a biscuit in my mouth soon,
my stomach's
I'm going to lose
growling.
my mind.
I get it. So let's vlog and just give them some content, some extra content of our trip to Roadhouse.
Okay. Sounds like a grand idea.
Because you're a great vlogger.
Oh, wow.
You are. That's why I don't blog, too. I suck at it.
Well, maybe I should do a Patreon-only vlog. No, I'll put it everywhere.
Yeah, do it wherever. Because this, well, no.
Huh?
You guys go support her Patreon if you want to see our trip to Texas Roadhouse.
TR, Texas Roadhouse.
And you know what we're going to do?
What are we going to do?
We're going to park in the damn to-go pickup again. Because there's 25 spots for to-go pickups. Never any parking at Texas Roadhouse. So I park there, and they don't, just so you know, they don't care. They don't check.
Yeah, they're not checking. Just a little tip for you.
So if you can't find parking at Texas Roadhouse, just park in one of the to-goes. They won't say anything. They're all like 16-year-old teenagers who could give a fuck.
They don't give a...
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's wrapping it up for us today. I see Officer Daniel's puffer fish right now. Puffer fish, show me your puffer fish.
Is it showing on the camera?
I don't think so. I hope so. Let me see that puffer fish, oh yeah. Yeah. And goodbye.